Hey guys, the movie I want to talk about today is Addams Family 2, the sequel to the first animated Addams Family movie that came out a few years ago. It's a movie, the original, that I haven't reviewed on this website yet, actually. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. I thought I was going to go into that and it was going to be just like nothing but modern day references and it was going to be like really annoying. It actually was closer to what the Addams Family should be than I thought it ever was going to be. My only problem with the first movie, really, is that the animation and the character design was a little, I don't know, it wasn't there, really. It felt like, it wasn't exactly Illumination, okay? It was pretty, not scuffed, but like, it almost felt like a PC game from like the early 2000s or something. It just didn't look right to me. Except for like the character designs of the family itself. The Addams Family themselves obviously look like the original kind of comic strip kind of drawings, you know? And so those look great. Like the main characters look great. It's just the animation wasn't really there. And character design of like the people in the little suburban kind of area, like the villain and stuff. There's little things in that first movie that didn't quite work for me. But I thought the humor was very witty, very Addams Family. Like it really worked for me. Like the jokes were actually on point in that first movie. So I was kind of looking forward to this second film, which is kind of doing the Hotel Transylvania thing. It's just like the first movie, they're just kind of like chilling. And then the second movie, or I think it was the third one in Hotel Transylvania, where they go on a holiday across the world or across America. And that's what happens in this movie. Basically, Gomez and Morticia, they feel that the kids are kind of like, kind of feeling a bit disconnected from the rest of the family. There's a science fair, and Wednesday shows her invention, which which is this kind of like potion, I guess, that can create a monster kind of thing. And some of it gets on Uncle Fester, who's throughout the movie, little by little, turns into a freaking octopus, which is pretty funny. It's kind of like disturbing a little bit, but you know what? It's the Addams Family, it makes sense. And Wednesday, this again, another Addams Family movie that's all about Wednesday. There's this scientist guy who has sent like his minions to kind of like go get Wednesday because he has an interest in her invention, but there's also kind of strong hints that he might be Wednesday's biological father, okay? Because Wednesday doesn't really look like Gomez that much, at least in that interpretation. So the whole movie, Gomez is kind of worried, Morticia as well. They're not really sure how to handle this. They even go as far as to call freaking Cousin It to come and help, but he's basically useless because he's just a pile of hair with like a hat that sounds like Snoop Doggy Dogg, which is just really, really random. And they all go traveling around. Like they go to the Grand Canyon. Pugsley does a whole bunch of explosions. You've probably seen all this stuff in the trailer. And they also go to New York, of course. It's a fun movie. Like it's a fun road movie, this one. It doesn't feel particularly original, really. Especially since, like I said, Hotel Transylvania 3 kind of did that, where they go on a big cruise. But it's fun, like the jokes are still on point. I think I've noticed that the animation and the character design is better in this one. There's a significant improvement in the look of the film since the first one. And I appreciated that. It made it a lot more palatable, like the kind of visual style of it all. And it's funny. Like this movie's funny. Like it's silly. You've got this kind of old dude like chasing Wednesday around with his goon. And the old dude is played by Wallace Shawn, I think, who's in every animated film ever. And this movie has its cruel, kind of disturbing moments because it's an Addams Family movie. And there's the big kind of twists near the end, which are actually pretty clever, the way they've done it. I don't want to reveal too much, but obviously, like I said before, Uncle Fester, little by little, turns into an octopus. That comes into play later on. And we find out whether Wednesday is the biological daughter of Gomez and Morticia, or not. I'm not even going to go into that. But the climax is funny. The climax is just completely ridiculous. Even compared to the first movie. Like, the climax is just like, we've taken it up a notch. Like, I don't think the Addams Family have been this epic and unhinged in a long time. I had a good time with it. It put a smile on my face, okay? It's a dumb movie, but it put a smile on my face. I love the Addams Family. I'm actually really looking forward to the Tim Burton version of Wednesday's Story on Netflix later this year. I'm excited about that. But you know what? These animated movies surprised me. Like, I really thought it was going to be just trash. And those movies are actually a good time, you know? The first movie was good fun. It kind of lacked a certain kind of visual flair. This movie kind of fixes that a little bit. So this movie is almost like better than the first movie, really. I would say, actually, it probably is better. I just wish the story was not like them traveling around, because that's kind of boring to me at this point. I wish the kind of setting of it was a little bit more original, but the execution was good. Like, it was a funny movie. Like, the twists were actually, it's some of it is very predictable. Like, you see a lot of it coming, but there's enough crazy stuff at the end that you're like, okay, that's fine. I'll give it a pass. You know, no, it's a fun movie. If you have kids who enjoy the first movie, of course, you know, this is a good one to watch, especially around Halloween. It's not scary at all. Like, it really isn't. Like, this movie's not scary at all. So you might want to watch the first movie for Halloween, actually. It's a little bit spookier, and it's a little bit kookier than this one. This one is just sillier. Like, it's sillier and wackier and bigger. Slightly better. Honestly, this movie is a step up from the first film. I'm low-key excited for a third movie now. I want to see what they do. I have no idea where they're going to go with it. If they're going to go to space or something. I think that's the only arena we've never explored with... we've never explored that with the Addams Family, okay? We've explored that with The Simpsons. We've explored that with every other cartoon known to man. We explored that with freaking Beavis and Butthead recently. Need to watch that movie. But we've never done it with the Addams Family. And I don't know what, it's an inkling. Something tells me the next movie is going to be... the Addams Family become astronauts or something. I don't know why this idea entered my mind. I'm going to go back and clip this out. Okay, today is Wednesday, October 5th, 2022. I'm going to go back into the past to this video and clip that out if the new Addams Family movie took place in space and the Addams Family are astronauts. Okay, because I saw it coming from today. Just let it be known. But yeah, no, I recommend this movie. It's pretty harmless, fun, silly, goofy. It's creepy and kooky. Not so creepy, really. It's a good time. It's a good time for the whole family, really. You can have a laugh. I think there's enough jokes that adults will get, like darker kind of humor. And there's plenty of jokes and even like visual gags for the kids to enjoy as well. So it's a fun movie. Check it out. It's nothing mind-blowing or anything. It's not a masterpiece. Once it's done, you don't remember too much about it. But, entertaining. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I'll be back with another one very soon. Take care.